So, seeing a lot of posts about T.I. and Tiny. They're just, I guess, the algorithm of the social media decided that they're a good distraction. So, one particular post was showing that they were together since they were young, since before T.I.'s career took off, when he was in the studio trying to make it. She was already with Escape, so she already had a little bit of success in the music business, right? But and he was talking really highly of her, and it's wonderful. And there was a lot of people in the comments, a lot of women especially, praising the relationship, talking about goals, and T.I. is the perfect husband, Tiny's the perfect wife. And there was one particular commenter that actually, I'm trying to refrain from getting trapped with the commenting on social media. I've been trying so hard to refrain. But there was this one particular comment, I just had to click it and give it a like, because she said, first of all, y'all don't know these people, number one. You don't. We don't know these people. We don't know celebrities. We only know what we see in the tabloids, and we only know what we see on social media. If you don't know them personally, you're not in their house and in their bedroom, you don't know what the hell is going on in their relationship. That being stated, the little bit we do know, those of us that know, we know that they were swingers. Whether they still are or not, I don't know. Maybe they've outgrown that phase. But for many, many years, Tiny let T.I. have sex with whoever the hell T.I. When I say she let him, I mean he had sex with whoever he wanted to, whether they were in the bedroom together as a threesome or not, and she didn't leave because it was an open relationship. It was like a Will and Jada type of relationship. Open relationship. I don't disagree with an open relationship, but what I will say is, for all those who don't know, the ones that are naive or just don't know about that lifestyle, I'm going to put my 50 cents in there, my 2 cents. The only reason Tiny and T.I. are still together is because she allowed herself to be in an open relationship. Because if she would base her criteria, if a woman bases her criteria on staying married to a man, whether or not he cheats, Tiny should have been divorced about 100 times already. But apparently Tiny also was bisexual. Whether she still is or not is none of my business, I don't know. But Tiny was bisexual. She swung. She had women. She ate vagina and penis. Tiny and her man were swingers. And they had threesomes and foursomes and Lord knows what else. But it's a fact. It's not a guessing thing. That's a fact. Everybody knows that. Everybody that knows that he has 2 brain cells know. Tiny and T.I., they had fun. Okay? So if Tiny was the type of woman that said, if you have sex with anybody else other than me in this relationship, I'm leaving you, we're getting a divorce, she would have been divorced straight out the box. She would have been divorced years ago, decades ago. She would have been divorced because he's older. We all go through stages. She went through the stage with her husband where he was out there in the streets doing his thing, and she allowed it. She accepted it, I should say. Allow is not a good word because he's a grown-ass man. You can't allow a grown-ass person to do anything. They're going to do what they're going to do. Tiny accepted that lifestyle. She participated in it. So now they've moved, maybe, I don't know, I'm assuming, they've moved past that. And now they're more settled down. They're older. They're in their 50s. They're moving past that. And maybe they're not swinging. Maybe I don't know. But I'm just saying they have gone through that phase. So for all the naive people that are like, oh, there's such the perfect relationship. Oh, she still has her man. Yeah, because she's overlooked and allowed the fuckery. Most women would still be with their men if they just accepted whatever their men did. Period. When you see longevity in relationships, not all the time, not every time, not 9 times out of 10 though. When you see those type of relationships, longevity in those in a marriage, it's because either the man or the woman, usually the woman, but I'm going to say either or, has forgiven, overlooked, and put up with a whole lot of shit that other women that got divorced would say, I'm not putting up with. So if the criteria in your marriage is fidelity and monogamy, and your man cheats, or you catch him cheating, because most of them will, not all of them, but if you catch him cheating, and your criteria is, if he cheats, I'm out, you're going to be divorced really quickly. Okay? Now, if you don't have that criteria, in your relationship and you don't mind what he does, either way you're going to stick by him, of course your marriage will last long. Not because he's perfect or you're perfect, but because you both decide, it's a decision, to stay together regardless. If two people are partners and it doesn't matter what the other partner does, if you own a business with a partner and he's stealing from you, and then the business is successful, let's say your business is very financially successful, but you find out your partner is stealing from you. But your business is successful, and you say, you know what, I know he's stealing, but he knows how to run this business, and he's made us a lot of money, so I'm going to overlook that he's stealing. Then you will still be successful. Then people will say, oh, what a successful partnership, not knowing he's stealing. It's just a matter of, are you going to overlook the stealing? Because if you're going to overlook the stealing and nobody knows about it, or, it's a secret, then, of course, to the outside world, it's going to look like, the perfect partnership. Wow, look at this successful business. These two partners have it going on. Of course, but nobody knows the little details. If the business partner, again, is overlooking the stealing because of the success of the business, and he knows that the success is due to his partner who likes to steal, then he's going to overlook the stealing. That's all my point. So I don't have to belabor that point. You see my point? So a lot of these relationships that have longevity, don't be jealous and don't assume that either one of the partners in the relationship is perfect. Staying together is simply a matter of choice. It's a choice. It's no measure of how good or bad the man or the woman in the relationship is. If you see two people together for 20 years, don't assume that he's never cheated. He's probably cheated a dozen times or more. These men out here have whole families on the side. But did the wife stay? Did they get past it? Did she know about it? Did she accept the other family or the cheating? So if you're not in their bedroom, don't assume. That's why I never want to be in anybody else's shoes. That's why I never, oh, look at her, look what she got. Look at the house, look at the car, look how beautiful she is, look what she got. Because you don't know what she's been through. You don't know what she had to do to get what she got. You don't know what she's putting herself through to keep what she got. You don't know. We don't know. You don't know if she's destined to die tomorrow. We don't know. Don't envy anybody else. Just focus on your own life and live your life. I like Tiny and T.I. My opinion does not matter. Who the fuck cares? But I like them as a couple, I should say. I don't like Tiny because I had a bad experience with her. But T.I., I've had the 4 or 5 times that I met him in my life, I've had good experience with him. I think he's an awesome guy. He's very talented. I love he can flow. He's one of the very few rappers from the South that actually can rap. And he enunciates his words. I understand what he says. I love T.I. as an artist. Okay? And I'm happy that their marriage. I like to see successful people. People think I'm a hater. Some people that I've had bad experience with think I'm a hater. I'm far from a hater. Because if I see people succeeding that look like me, that tells me there's nothing that, if they can do it, I can do it. Because T.I. and Tiny, they're in the entertainment business. I don't have any skills of entertaining, of singing, or whatever, rapping, whatever the fuck that is. But my point is, seeing successful people that look like me makes me feel, or anybody that's successful, it makes me feel good. Because if they can do it, I can do it. Okay? Remember that.